The fifth knot in the series is called the clove hitch. It is used to start or end many lashings or close off a bag. The clove hitch is a very popular knot, and it is a very easy one as well. It has a quicker special tying method when one end of the pole is available. On our knot rack, you must use the general method of tying. To do that, put the rope over the top of the pipe or piece of wood or log. Pick up the end with one hand while lifting the knot head with the other, like this. So it looks like you've made a loop around the knot, so you have the loop and it crosses over itself. You then take this end and you push it in so it's parallel and to the left of the start of the knot, like that. And you pull to tighten, and it should look like this with one cross and two parallel ropes. Again, to tie the clove hitch, you wrap once around a pole, then wrap a second time, and then take the end and push it underneath the cross and make it parallel to the entrance of the knot. With the butterfly clove hitch, this is used when one end of a pole or a bag is free. It is much faster to tie this way in this case. To do it, you take your rope and you make one loop. Then you make a second loop in a similar shape. You then put the second loop underneath the first loop. Once you've done that, you put it over the bag or the pole and tighten. What you should have is a clove hitch. Again, to tie the butterfly clove hitch, make one loop, then make a second loop. Put the second loop underneath the first loop, and then put both the loops over a pole or a bag and tighten. You get the clove hitch. The sixth knot in this series is called the bowline. It is used to add a loop at the end of a rope. The bowline forms a loop that will not slip. It's a very tight and a handy knot for many rope-related activities. To tie the bowline, first wrap the rope around an object or do it freely. Make a loop in the rope at the right amount of distance you want. Then thread the end of the rope through that loop. Then wrap, go around the lower part of the loop, and then enter this loop the same way it came in. Then pull to tighten. Like that. If you look carefully, the bowline looks like a sheet bend around itself on its side. Now, to show how you tie the bowline without the knot rack, you make this loop and you have this smaller loop underneath. You take the end of the rope, you thread it through the hole, around the lower half of the hole, and back in the hole from where it came, and pull to tighten. It should look like this. To tie the one-handed bowline, first wrap the rope around yourself. Then take the free end of the rope and ball it up in your hand. Take your thumb and wrap the taut rope around your wrist, like that. Now take this balled up rope and take it around the rope far away from you. not the one near that leading towards you, but take it away from you and throw the rope around itself like that, and then take it back. Once you've done that, you wiggle your hand out with that free rope end and pull to tighten. You now have the one-handed bowline. The one-handed bowline can be difficult for those scouts who don't know how to tie it another way, and they're trying to tie the bowline around a tree or something, because it's much different to tie. Again, to tie the one-handed bowline, ball up rope in your free hand, and then take your thumb and make a loop around your wrist with the taut part of the rope. Then take the balled up rope and take it away from you, not towards you, away from you, and wrap it around the taut rope, like that. Then loosen the rope a bit with your hand and pull it through to tighten it into the bowline. The 7th knot in this series is called the timber hitch. The timber hitch is used to attach a rope to a log for dragging it around, but it is also used to start a diagonal lashing. Normally our troop ties the timber hitch so you can't see it around the pole, but I'm tying it like this so you can see it in the video. You take the rope and you wrap it around the log that you're planning to tie it around. You then take the free end and wrap it around the rope it came from. Then wrap around itself 3 or 4 times from the direction from where it came. Like that. Again, to tie the timber hitch, you wrap the rope around a log, then you wrap the rope around itself, and then continue to do so, going back from where it came from. Like that. The 8th knot in this series is called a figure 8 knot. It is used as a stopper knot for pulleys. See, if you're pulling this around, this thing is too thick, and the pulley will stop when it hits the figure 8. The figure 8 looks very similar to the overhand knot, which is a very bad knot. However, with an extra loop, it becomes a good knot, because it can come undone when you wish, and when pulled hard, it does not cut itself in two. To tie the figure 8, you turn the rope like that, and you make an 8 like that. To finish it off, you wrap around and pull through the lower loop, like that. Again, to tie the figure 8, make a loop like that, then come from behind and fit the rope into that loop. To make sure that it looks like a figure 8, make sure you can see an 8 in the knot. The 9th knot in this series is called the butterfly knot. It is used to add a pulley loop to a rope or isolate a piece of damaged rope. The damage would be in this loop right here. This knot is especially useful for tightening loads, or tightening a piece of rope to make it shorter, or securing the end of a monkey bridge. The butterfly knot is also useful with pioneering projects. If you want to hold up a monkey bridge or something, it's very useful. The way you would use it is first make a butterfly knot near the end of the rope, with this end of the rope leading off, holding up the A-frame of the monkey bridge. What you would do then is take that end of the rope and loop it around a tree or some other stationary object like a pole, and then loop it through that loop of the butterfly knot and make a 1 hitch or 2 half hitches right here at the end. This single hitch, you at least need a single hitch, maybe a 2 half hitches, can hold up the monkey bridge like that. Again, to tie that, you make a butterfly knot near the end of the rope, with this end of the rope holding up the bridge or some sort of object that you want held up, and then you loop the free end around a tree into that loop of the butterfly knot, you can tie 2 half hitches, a taut line, whatever you want here near the end, and the rope will be secured on this tree, like that. See, I'm pulling on it and the rope is not falling apart. To tie the butterfly knot, make a peanut. To make the peanut, you make 1 loop and then cut it in half like that. Kind of looks like a peanut, or an 8. You then take the far end of the peanut and bring it all the way around, and around itself from the beginning, and fit itself through the lower half of the peanut. If you try and look hard enough, it'll look like a butterfly. You can tie the butterfly knot in both directions. So, again, to tie the butterfly knot, make this peanut, which looks like an 8 or a peanut. Then take the far end, bring it around from behind, all the way around, and fit it through the lower half of the peanut, and pull to tighten. The 10th and final knot in this series is called the sheep shank. It is used to shorten a rope or descend down a rope and then retrieve it. It also gives you these 2 handy loops in part of a rope. A sheep shank is used to make a long rope serve as a short rope to avoid cutting it. It can also be used to skip over a damaged section of a rope before it is repaired. The damaged section would be right here. It is also used by climbers to attach a rope at the top of the climb to climb back down. Climbers cut the center rope right here, descend under tension, and once in the bottom, they shake the rope, causing the knot to fall apart. The entire rope drops minus a couple feet here at the top. This usage, however, is very dangerous, as without tension you could plummet to your death. This is the sheep shank knot with the middle line broken. So with the tension it stays tight, but if you shake it around enough, you can get the rope to come apart. To tie the sheep shank knot, make a Z formation like this. Make an upper loop and fit a corner of the Z into that upper loop. Then make a loop at the bottom and fit the other corner of the Z into that loop. You then pull to tighten and you should have 2 loops sticking out